to commitment. That's what I want.
Ms. Mack, I need you to live in the truth. He's not committing to you because he is not committed to you. Okay? He is committed to the lifestyle that you are providing. He's committed to the fact that you have a nice, clean home, that there's always going to be $100 for some weed and half of refrigerator groceries. He's committed to that.
Yeah.
He's committed to the fact that you're going to accept an on-break baby. He's committed to you laying on the floor and being a doormat. He's committed to that because he has shown you that every single day of this relationship.
But I don't want to lose her.
Well, if
You know why you don't want to lose her? Because she is comfortable for you.
I brought my own ring. You could propose to me.
Miss
Right now.
Mack, are you
Right now.
serious?
I'm serious.
Hello everyone, welcome to JSP Ambience Luxury. My name is Jenny and I am the owner and creator of JSP Ambience Luxury. Today is our segment called The Strength of a Woman. Let me remind you, wives, mothers, girlfriends, girlchild, that we are the finest of God's creation. It is a statement of fact. Today's topic is woman never propose to a man. Don't propose to a man. You know why? The Bible says he that finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains the favor of the Lord. He that finds a wife. So it's a man's responsibility to go find his wife. It's a man's responsibility to go look for his wife. And when you look for that wife, you obtain the favor of the Lord. Like you see in the first clip of the divorce court that I watched yesterday. Yeah, it was just mind-boggling. So the background story of the video, you can go watch it on Divorce Court. I think it was released this week. You can go watch it. So this lady, she's been in a relationship with her boyfriend for I think over 3 or 4 years, and the man has not been acting right. The man doesn't have a permanent job. She met the man and the boss, and you know, they click, and after some days or some months, they move in together. The man didn't have a job. He couldn't help the woman pay the rent, so they moved out of the house where they were to a family member's house. So fast forward years later, the lady has been trying to get pregnant. She has some cancer that prevents her from having babies. She's been trying to have babies by this man to no avail. She had miscarriages 2 times. So there's a place I'm going with this story. So they had a breakup, 2 days breakup. The man went and cheated on her, got somebody else pregnant, and she still accepted the man. She's still in the relationship. She's been asking the man for engagement, asking the man for marriage, and the man, you know, he just taking his sweet time. So in the divorce court, she came in with a ring. She said, I'm ready for you to propose. Since you don't have the money to get a ring, I have the ring here. I just need you to propose. I was like, oh my goodness. Oh, Jesus Christ. I buy a ring for a man to propose to you. You bought a ring for a man to propose to you. How low can you go, sister? How low can you go? When I saw the video, I said, no, I'm going to talk about this video, because women, we should build ourselves up, have some self-esteem. Like the George Starr was saying, that if you make yourself a doormat, don't be surprised when people walk all over you. And never make a man tell you, George Lance Stoller says, never make a man tell you more than once he doesn't want to be with you. This man went out, cheated on you. You accepted him, and you bought a ring for him to propose. And even the man, he wasn't like, okay, let me propose. Okay, let me propose. He was like, right here. Maybe we can work a little bit on the relationship. Right here. Oh, no, not right here. Girlfriend, he doesn't want you. Girlfriend, he's just there for what you are doing for him. He's just there for the security you are providing him. He's just there for the bills you're paying for him. He's just there for the weeds you're buying for him. He's just there for the protection and the roof you're putting over his head. He's not there because, oh, I so much love you. A man who loves you, a man who truly wants to be with you, you can't tell him. You shouldn't tell him, or you will not tell him that you want to get married to him. He already knows that he wants to get married to you. It doesn't take long for a man to say, I want to marry this woman. It doesn't take long. You see, I tell women, make yourself in such a way that at any age, you're going to find a man. Before I continue, let me play the rest of the video so you can watch it and we'll talk about it when we come back.
He played like he didn't want to take a DNA test. It wasn't his baby for about a year.
And the child is entitled, he's not committing to you because he is not committed to you. Okay? He is committed to the lifestyle that you are providing. He's committed to the fact that you have a nice, clean home, that there's always going to be $100 for some weed and half of refrigerator of groceries. He's committed to that.
Yeah.
He's committed to the fact that you're going to accept an on-break baby. He's committed to you laying on the floor and being a doormat. He's committed to that because he has shown you that every single day of this relationship.
But I don't want to lose her.
Well, if
You know
don't
why
lose me,
you don't
I
want
brought
to lose
my
her?
own ring.
Because she
Then
is
propose to me.
comfortable for you.
I brought my own ring. You could propose to me.
Miss
Right now.
Mac, are you
Right
serious?
now. I'm serious. He always complaining about finance, so I brought my own ring. If he
Why do you want anybody who don't want you?
he want me.
No, he don't.
I feel like he want me.
No, Miss
Right
Mac.
now,
I want you to propose.
I have to propose right now.
Right now.
Mr. King,
I don't think I could do that.
Why you don't think you could do it?
because he don't want you. Miss Mac, living the truth. My God.
Can we have counseling? And maybe I'll marry her then.
Maybe.
You don't
I
need
even want you no more.
counseling. You don't need counseling, Miss Mac. Please, grow a set. You don't need this. I'm looking at you. You are
Well, he need to
31
get out
years
then.
old. Why?
He need to get
I
out.
think
Yes,
we can
he
make
does.
it work. I think we can make
Miss
it
Mac,
work.
why do you want this? No man needs to tell me he don't want me more than once.
You right.
He has told you that he does not want you in more times right here in this courtroom. Why do you want somebody who doesn't want you? You are making someone your number one when you're not even their number two. You should have more self-esteem than that girl. That don't make sense. That does not make sense.
It's just a piece of paper in a ring.
It's not a piece of paper in the ring. And Mr. King, you...
I am committed.
No, you're not. You are committed to the lifestyle that she provides. And it breaks my heart because you're committed to being able to smoke the weed you want to smoke and have her $100 every time you don't have enough money. He's committed to when he can't get a landscaping job that you're going to be there to provide a nice, clean, warm, fed environment for him to live in. He's committed that if he comes and breaks you off a piece every 6 months, that satisfies you. That's what he's committed to. And if that's good enough for you, go with God. Because I'm not going to judge nobody else's relationship. But I'm going to tell you it wouldn't be good enough for me. Because I would care enough about myself that I would tell this fool to get his pictures and his plants and get the hell out of my house.
Like I said, I tell women, please, in any age, make sure you can get a man by taking care of yourself, by educating you, by taking care of yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, and otherwise. The reason why we stay in a pit, even when it's stinking, is because we think there are no other men out there. It's because we don't love ourselves enough. It's because we think this is the only thing that God can afford us. I remember back in the days when I would go out on a date. When I see a man, I go on a date, or I'll talk on the phone with him, and the way he would talk, or when I start dating them, I will ask myself, Baltimore, Maryland, is it all you can afford me? US, is it all the men you can afford me? I will literally ask this question: is it all the men in Baltimore? Why am I getting this type of man? Because I know who I am. I know what I'm made up of. I know what I bring to the table. So it makes sense to bring a man that we are on the same echelon, or a man who is up there. It makes sense to bring a man who we can work together. It makes sense to date a man who can make me scintillate. It makes sense to bring a man who can make me grow, and while I'm growing, he's also growing. A man who smokes weed, a man who goes out and have another baby outside of me while I'm trying to get pregnant for him, it shouldn't work out. I'm not going to be in a relationship with such a man. And again, let me ask you, why do you want to be, why do you want to have a baby for a man that you are not married to? Marriage should come first before having babies. If that man is not willing to marry you, why are you willing to be pregnant for him? Why are you willing to stoop so low for him? When I saw the video, when I was watching the video, I said, this lady, I hope you watch my video. I hope you see it. You are a beautiful woman. Look at your skin. Look at how ebony you are. You are you are sexy, my dear. If there are some things you need to tweak in your life, go ahead and tweak them. Go to the gym, take care of your body, take care of yourself. Because when you arise, you will shine. Maybe you look at yourself in the mirror, you say, oh, because I'm heavy set, this is the only man that can come to me. No, when I was heavy set, I didn't know I didn't know I was beautiful. I didn't know I could attract men. After I lost 80 pounds, oh my goodness, I said, the Lord, you are good and your mercy endureth forever. Because you need to take care of yourself. When you take care of yourself, then you know what is good for you and what is not good for you. I remember my ex, a friend of mine, when I asked him if, to help with the children and to renew the apartment for us. He said no, that he wants me to be homeless. Then my girlfriend, she came, she said, Jane, there's no need in working on this relationship. She said, start saving money for you and your children. The same thing that my girlfriend told me is what I'm telling you right now. Sister, there's no need in working on this relationship. Because guess what? If he doesn't live today, he will live tomorrow. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your energy. Don't waste your years on that man. I had to literally tell a man that I don't want to date him. Because when he came over to my house, he was eating my food. And we were talking about his parents. His parents, they've been married for 52 years. So I asked him a question. I said, are you thinking of getting married? He said, no. That after I've been with him for 6 months, I said, are you thinking of getting married? He said, no. That if he knew I wanted to get married, that we'll not be sitting at the table right now. While he was eating my food, he said this. Guess what? 3 days later, I cut it off. Because it's not as if I want to get married now. What I'm looking at is long-term commitment. I don't want to be with a man 10 years, 15 years, 20 years without marriage, without commitment, this is where we're heading to. No, I'm not going to be with a man like that. No, I'm not. So for you to be eating my food, you're telling me if you knew I wanted to get married, that would not be sitting at the table right now. That was it. And later on, he called me, he was apologizing. There's no apology. You've already told me what you want. You've already told me what you want in a woman. So you think I'm going to be stupid to stay with you for 5 years, 10 years without... And some of my friends were like, Jane, you can't talk with him. No, a man knows what he wants the first time he met you. A man knows what he wants from you. If you're cooking, cleaning, taking care of his laundry, if you're taking care of his needs, taking care of him in bed, if you're doing all of those stuff, he knows if he wants you as a wife or he wants you as a maid. So it's your decision. You have to be the one to come to that determination, to come to that understanding that this is what this man wants for me. And This is what I want for myself. Are we in alignment? If we are not in alignment, I bless you in the name of the Lord. You go your way, I go my way. Stop wasting your time. The time that you are wasting on a weed smoking man is the time that you could be wasting in the gym on you. You could be using to take care of yourself. You could be using to educate yourself. You could be using to go back to school. You could be using to open a business. You could be using to shine. You could be using to do something for yourself. You're wasting it on a weed smoking man. If such a man talked to me on the road, and in fact, he wouldn't even talk to me anyway. He wouldn't talk to me. So get some self-esteem. Buy it, borrow it, steal it. However you want to get it for yourself. Because you need it. Never beg a man. Never beg a man to stay with you. Never beg a man, because this is what I did in my marriage. I begged, I cried, I begged, I cried, I prayed, I fasted. One day the Lord told me, Jennifer, stop praying for your husband. Stop praying for you and your children. That's why I started praying. I said, God, when you come with your vengeance, please spare me and my children. And years later, God heard my prayers, because I was praying almost every day. The Bible said, let not the rod of the wicked rest upon the lots of the righteous, lest the righteous put forth their hands unto iniquity. I said, Lord, please, when you come with your vengeance, spare me and my children. And guess what? God heard my prayers. Right now, we are American citizens. My children and I. He still is not American citizen. He's still fighting for himself. He doesn't even have what it takes to be here legally. The time that you're using to fight for somebody, to beg somebody to marry you, use it in your own self. Use it on your own self. Use it on your own body. Take care of you. Go to the gym. Take care of you. Shine. Oh my goodness. I say, I wish that lady is my sister, because I will be going to the gym every day with you. We'll be going somewhere. We'll be enjoying life every day. Because that's what we women, that's what we should be doing. Never beg a man to marry you. The signs that he will not propose to you, if he cheated on you, if he got somebody else pregnant, if you're begging him to marry you, that means he's not going to marry you. These are all the warning signs. He doesn't have a good job. He's not helping you financially, and you still want him to marry you. You went and bought a ring for a man. Oh my goodness. I remember one time I was dating this African man, a Nigerian pastor. I had an old ring. He said, oh, Jen, bring the old ring. Let's do engagements. I said, I am going to bring my own ring for you to do engagements to me. He was like, yes. I said, no, this is not going to happen. You see, that's the kind of person he is. And I'm glad he never walked out, because he is next to the devil. So a woman, all these signs will tell you if this man wants to marry you or he doesn't want to marry you. Never beg a man to marry you. I will talk to you next time. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also share my channel with your friends and family members, and give my video a thumbs up. My books are on Amazon.com. The Hidden Diary of a Bishop's Wife, My Untold Truth, and Women's 10 Rules for a Happy Life. Go and support your girl. Until I see you next time, please remember that the Lord is the strength of a woman, and nobody is going to love you more than you love yourself. The earlier you get that stick in your brain, the better for you, because it's the love that you have for yourself that you will use to shine. It's the love that you have for yourself, the respect you have for yourself, the joy you have for yourself, the peace you have for yourself that you can bring into a relationship. No man can love you more than you love yourself. When you love yourself, that will tell you, that will help you, that will motivate you, that will help to navigate through trials and tribulations in a relationship, and that will also help you to know if this man actually loves you or he doesn't love you. It will also actually help you to know if you want to stay in that relationship or you don't want to stay. Because when you don't love yourself, you just let anything happen to you. You just accept anybody. You just, don't just let life happen. Be in charge of your life. Be in charge of your destiny. Be in charge of your happiness. Be in charge of you. Don't let a man define you. Don't let a man bring your self-esteem down. Don't let a man tell you what you can and what you cannot do with yourself. You can do all things through Christ that strengthens you. Woman, you are what the Lord said you are. You are a royal priesthood. You are a peculiar nation. You are a peculiar woman. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. Don't forget it. I will talk to you next time. Have a good day. Bye.